radio down. Alright, here we go. Whew. Stupid hot. Humid. Alright. Let's a couple people get on. Quick feed. Let's see. Morning Panther. Dale. Feeding me fish. coming. Coming. All right. Ray Dog, good morning, everybody. Welcome aboard to the Get Tanked. Hot and humid in here. Good grief. Freaking arm, elbow, tendonitis, tennis elbow, golfer's elbow is bad today. Alright. This show on. Dang. Time. Hope all's alright. Only Oscars. I forgot about you, to be honest. So you think about it, then you forget about it, they get sidetracked. Just a million things. You get pulled all different directions. So I realized this morning, I'm like, oh crap. And I didn't put it in my phone. I don't know why. It's like if it's not in this phone, on my calendar, it doesn't exist. So I will go back to your email and I'll work on this. So it'd be next Monday or Tuesday. I blame it on my age. Unfortunately. Ugh. So, what else? Other than lose my mind. Tanks. Endless amount of water changes. That's a given in this business or hobby. Market stuff for tomorrow. I do have some rants, annoyance, aggravation. And that's another thing. I can't find something and it drives me absolutely bonkers. I know I have it. I just don't know where it is. Looking for a receipt for something and it's it's that Murphy's Law stuff. You'll go looking for something else and you'll find what you were looking for a week ago, a month ago, whatever. Sorry, I know there were some things I was looking at. Needed done. I was feeding. Just carried the marker with me. Oh. Getting ready. Hate that guy Murphy. Me too. I've had too many years dealing with Murphy. He sucks. Yep. I guess that's it. I know I'm missing something. So, busy working at the other building. Oh, you're lucky I didn't send you the fish then. It'd been double trouble. And I will make a note. I just had someone email me the other day about fish shipping or something. Actually, two in the last couple days over the weekend. I am not shipping no more other than for you. Yeah, I'll be done. Maybe spring, summer, but it depends on what happens with the shop. Hopefully, this actually shop will be sold by spring. That's the goal. There's a lot in the play with selling the building and just so much paperwork and legal stuff. Well, steal water from a cycle tank. You got some filters seated. It won't be nothing. Just put, basically like doing a 50% water change or something, depending on the size tank. So we got dry goods coming tomorrow. The 120 sold extra high, but turns out they didn't take the stand. Nothing. No, that's not my DNA. Got plans. Still gonna do some breeding. So do I sometimes. I try not to do it. Just I self-diagnose. I have ADHD. There's just a million things. Trying to semi-retire. Never probably really retire. But I'm going to still have the hatcheries breeding fish. Probably, ideally wholesale back to here. So a mile away I could just deliver a few boxes of fish here and there. That would be an ideal. Doing the maintenance service. My CPA, I had a meeting with her last Tuesday. And had a lunch meeting with my attorney Wednesday. And so she's like, well, somebody wants the maintenance. Like, oh, they're going to have to pay a premium because that's going to be pretty much the main source of my income is just doing the service, which is not a ton, but it will pay the bills. Selling the business and building will pay off what bills I have. What aggravates me unbelievably is the capital gains tax. It's like 30% plus the state, which I don't know what that is. So it's like, heck, it's maintenance is expensive. You can make good money on maintenance, but maintenance is also a pain in my ass. That's what I started with before I opened retail. I didn't want a retail store originally because I knew the headaches of owning a store. You know, you have employees and hours and all kinds of stuff. I did want to do retail, but kind of forced into it in order to buy stuff, especially back in the day, over 30 years ago, you had to have a physical location, an actual real business address, a real business line, and all that stuff to buy from vendors. So I knew just doing the maintenance. I first set up a little office with a Yellow Page ad in my brother's spare room of his house. I had a couple accounts that I had that I knew somebody had. One was a jewelry store or whatever, and a couple others. And I had a Browns player, but it was growing. But I needed to make more money than just doing the service at the time. So I was like, I can't sustain, grow a business, not just doing a handful of maintenance. Yeah, I mean, there's usually restrictions depending on the cities, all this stuff. You could get write-offs. You could write off the space and obviously any office stuff. And didn't have a computer then. There was no, there wasn't even cell phones 33 plus years ago. So didn't even have a pager yet. I had a business line. I had a line set up in my brother's spare bedroom in Cleveland as my first like home office. God, I can't remember. So long time ago. And so I ended up opening my first pet shop in '92. So I started a service business. So I'm just going back to service business because I'm already established. There's something fishy. I kind of wanted to hold on to the name. It's hard to give up, but CPA, the accountant, says it's pretty much it's gotta go with it. So yeah, so I'd have to come up with another name. Oh, the good old fax machine. I remember when I had my first pet shop, I turned a closet into my office. I was just able to put a real small desk in there. I had a little fax machine, and everything was handwritten. Like when I did orders of dry goods, fish, and I'd be there till 11, 12 o'clock at night. I'd close at 7 or 8 o'clock at night. It was open like 1 to 8, 12 to 8 or something. A lot of hours. I did my maintenance in the morning, and then I worked the shop all day. My mom helped out during the week, like cleaning the animal cages, and I had parakeets and hamsters and ferrets and stuff like that, reptiles. I don't even use a fax. I had bought a new fax machine, never even used it. I just found it a few years ago. It was hard to even find one at a store. This is a cheap one because I was having issues with the old one. And I just don't even do it. You just take a picture of anything now and just email it. So fax, and then getting the ink roller or something, which costs as much as the fax machine, whatever it was. So it was stupid. So yeah, I don't know anybody that really uses fax much anymore. So I am looking for property. Southern Ohio. I want 10, 20, 30 acres. Kind of get off the grid. Yep. No offense, I'm anti-human. Want to get off grid. Dealing with people too long, forever. So, yeah, that's, I want my own firing range, and I got some other kind of business ideas. So I still have the dojo. The other building I still have. So I have the dojo, which doesn't really make any money. I could make more money renting out the space than what I get in the karate thing, which is not panned out what I thought it was going to be. I do have a new little guy coming to try out. It's 4 or 5. I have like 7 as minimum, but I've had some kids 4 or 5 years old that are better than 10-year-olds. So his name's Bob. So we'll see him at 6 tonight. I give him a little tryout, feel him out. Mom's is a power lifter, she says, and Dad is a Marine. So they're looking for something for the kid to be active, and which karate is great all around. So anyway, and then my other business is what I'm working on more now is TPS, Tactical Prep Survive Gear and Supply. That's the newest thing. So I've been working a lot on the storefront over there, that space. So yeah, I'm getting a banner and sign made probably next week or so. A couple shirts just to get started, and doing bug out bags, custom bug out bags, and trauma kits, and first aid, and survival tools, and gear, and foods, and supplies, and probably some gun stuff like accessories and parts or whatever. And yeah, something like that. That'd be easy. You don't have to feed it. Don't need a lot of electricity or heat. The cost other than the inventory. But I don't know. Might do that online. I gotta do probably a website. I do have a Facebook page for it. So yeah, diddle daddling, whatever. So what else? So rants, annoyed, aggravated, especially waking up early. Well, a number of times because old man Pete time was like at 12:30, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, or something. I don't know. But I checked the phone and here the port workers union went on strike, like 50,000 of them. So they closed a couple ports or more, and maybe more. That is a nightmare. That's super annoying. It's crazy. I've done that because some of it's last couple years, 5 years, 10 years, and I take stuff. I keep stuff with me at all times. I keep basically a bug out bag, container in my van, different locations, whatever. If shit hits the fan, I rather have it, and not need it, than need it and not have it. I always say, just like a gun. So, but this port thing our economy is already struggling in a lot of ways. Yeah, some of that stuff is not bad. It's like protein bars. Some of it's kind of dry. So there's many I haven't even tried. I stock up on some canned stuff. Yeah, see, you're right on. Yep, Panther. That's what I'm thinking. It would complement the karate thing because my instructor, my friend, is a cop, and he actually teaches other city officers and stuff like that, self-defense, and all that kind of stuff. Getting using taser and all kinds of all that type of stuff. So it kind of will coincide, like a hybrid. So it can work off each other. So, yeah, that's also part of the plan. So, get more like women, elderly people. I always have a million ideas. Just implementing them, getting them done is sometimes a challenge. Yeah, we've done some. We had a group last year. It was actually one of my clients. One of the office ladies, her daughter was going to college, and another daughter in college. So I ended up like 10, 12 women, a couple young girls, but mostly college out up because they wanted to a couple hour, basically like a seminar, some basic self-defense, situational awareness, where to hit, what to do, get out of there type thing. So that was pretty good. I need to do something like that again. So yeah, I'm into that stuff. Obviously, I've been in and out of karate all my life, just like fish and animals and stuff. So, yeah. It's good for everybody. There's nobody. There's a ton of different arts out there. Jiu-jitsu is obviously the most popular the last few years, thanks to Royce Gracie, which my son actually rolled with in the seminar, in a demo. He's only like 10 or 11. And I did some jiu-jitsu in the mid-90s and then years ago, but getting hurt though. Builds confidence. Yeah, it's like knowledge is power. So anything, it's better than nothing at all. So it's like working out, stretching every day, some kind of martial arts, boxing, anything that gives you an edge to protect yourself, your family, your kids, whatever, is better than nothing. It's I watch like live videos all the time pop up and stuff like that on the street, and people don't even know how to throw a punch. They're just like, arms are all over, flailing all over the place. Whatever. Those are easy targets. So it's like, yeah, they come at me and like, boom. Good night. So yeah. Yeah, there's pros and cons. A lot of styles, and a lot of stuff is watered down. Even jiu-jitsu's getting kind of out of touch, maybe. Not all of it, not everyone, but it's so saturated, just like anything. Everyone jumps on the bandwagon, because it's just in your face, and because the UFC and everything is, promoted it within and out, everywhere, whatever. Let me fix this. Oh shit! There goes the phone. Yeah, I'm too cheap to invest in. I see some of these other things are like $100, but I'm not spending that much money on a phone holder. So yeah, but jiu-jitsu is great if it's a one-on-one scenario. If you're trying to subdue somebody, blah blah blah. But if you're on the street, in a bar, in a public place. Yep. So, but jiu-jitsu can be dangerous in some situations because you're on the ground and you're tying up somebody, but they got friends or drunk idiots or whatever. Next thing you know, you're getting your head kicked in or a beer bottle bashed over your head. I seen it. I haven't done that, but trying to prevent or yeah, I've seen my share, been in my share of kind of confrontations. We used to have the flats downtown, so I used to practically live down there on the weekends. Everybody, it was party central. But a lot of it got shut down because of fighting. I actually, an old friend from school went to prison, beat somebody with a brick. Another kid I grew up with on the other opposite street, he went away for prison for 5 years. Him and the head bouncer beat the crap out of somebody from out of state, paralyzed them. So, yeah, it got stupid down there. People just got ridiculous. I watched cops beat the shit out of people. They want to take you to jail. They just pull over the side in the alley or whatever and beat the frickin' snot out of you and say go home, and they just lay there and someone picks them up later or something. So, it's a lot of bad stuff. You don't want to stay out of that noise. And we got here these this car thing going on. I guess it's happening in other states, California, whatever. But they're getting bolder. They stop people on the highway and they do burnouts. And there was a like a limo bus driver, guys in there. They're videoing with their phone. They're like jumping on the bus. They actually smashed one of the windows. And these thugs, idiots, are wearing like masks, and they're just causing mayhem. Jumping, damaging cars, threatening people. Lucky it's not me because I'd be mag dumping. That's why you need more than 10 rounds. That's why you need a truck gun, car gun, more than just a hand pistol. Put yourself a SBR, AR, clothing, something small, putting under your seat, backpack, whatever. And you've been there, Dale? Yeah. Yeah. Get a 100-round drum, man. Start dropping. Boom, 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 boom. Let all those bad apples hit the floor. Drop them. I don't care. So I don't care. I don't value all human life. Sorry. Yeah, same here. This mayor is a joke. I seen him on news this morning. Oh, you're not going to tolerate this. Bull crap. You're anti-police to start, for one. And his dad was a retired freaking Cleveland cop, which doesn't make sense. So I knew right off the bat before he got sworn in, got elected, that it was bad news. I heard him on an interview with a local radio personality that was around forever, and he passed. but he was a big police supporter and doing benefits and fundraisers for kids and all kinds of stuff, to coat for kids and stuff. And he was asking questions, and he just eluded like a freaking piece of crap politician. Well, you know, and then they got this review board, which like has done nothing, which monitors the police. They're not police themselves. They're just the public. People picked somehow. And then there was news, there was a report, it was like a year ago, there was infighting with these board, fighting in a conference room, going at it. And you're the ones supposed to be making sure the police are doing nothing, basically, to get. That's why the police don't do nothing. They're not allowed to chase here, so people are blowing red lights and stop signs. Holy crap! Yeah, I think the city of Cleveland's down like 500 police officers. It just keeps. And there's more retired. One of my best friends, cop. They're just, even my instructor. They don't. The dream was be a cop, a law enforcement hero, whatever. You know, it's like now they're just counting the months, the years, the days, the minutes, and can't wait to get out. There's so many exiting, and there's a whole lot less entering. The police academies used to be hundreds and hundreds. Now 30 people show up, and most people don't even make it through the academy the first day, the first week. A lot of them, I just heard on the radio that they were just talking about like the military. I don't know who was on. I don't know if it's a podcast or something. Maybe Joe Rogan, whatever. How many are turned away in military or police safety forces? They're overweight. They're unhealthy. All this stuff. It's like we're in trouble. Yes. Yeah, that is stupid. That where you're not, it's free for all. I mean, look at San Francisco, California, some of these places, New York, whatever. They just smash and grab, and as long as it's under $999 or $900, so every day steal $899 of stuff, and that's why businesses are closing up, locking up, cages, or just forget it. And now you got this strike. What happened to common sense respect? You don't need a college degree. That's something I try to live by. It's maddening. It's like I don't understand how someone could sleep at night allowing this or pushing these agendas, and never would have thought. I never would have predicted of some of the stuff going on. And now the strike on the ports, the docks, that is going to cripple this country beyond $5 billion a day in losses to this country. So small businesses, even medium business, big businesses, will be shutting down, laying off workers, firing people, or just closing up. It will just, so people could lose their business, they could lose their homes. For these workers, they want $6 an hour raise. The company, whatever, offered $2.50. It doesn't matter cost? Holy crap. When did that happen? What? It just, today, midnight, they went on strike. Like 50,000 port dock workers, union workers in New Jersey, Texas. I think you had to look it up, and there might be more. Right. So stores like mom and pop shops, even the chains or whatever, they've already been struggling. It's been a slow year for a lot of people. Every day, almost Monday through Friday, there's companies closing. Best Buy's even closing some stores. All these stores, restaurants closing, tons of businesses. And they always, what's on the news, mass news, whatever, that's all the Red Lobster, all these companies that are well known throughout the United States. Big companies, stock market companies, whatever. But they don't include your mom and pop local businesses, restaurants, all over. And there's thousands that been struggling this year. And now this is like a nail in the coffin. And I'd not try to get political, but the government, Joe Biden says no, he's not getting involved. Kamala doesn't care. There's some amendment where they can step in and go into negotiating, but they don't want, just let them work it out itself. But I watched a interview with the union leader, and basically it says F you to everybody. And no, I knew this before if I hadn't seen this interview or he did this interview, that they have this country by the nuts, gonads, and he basically put it that way: we'll shut this country down. You're going to give us what we want, or we're going to destroy the country. We're going to starve people. We're going to make people lose their homes, be homeless. People lose their businesses. What good is that? What good is that? So that pisses me off. So when it comes to something like that, the docks, the ports, natural resources like oil, gas, fuel, and even now with internet, that airlines put that in there. None of that shit should ever be shut down, striked on, whatever. In my opinion, it affects everybody, no matter what. No rich, poor, middle class, whatever. It will affect every single person. The prices are gonna go up, so I won't be getting stuff hardly. I imagine this lasts to the end of the week. Next thing you know, inventory is gonna dry up. Wholesalers, distributors, vendors are gonna start not having stuff to ship. It's gonna be gone. So what is in circulation, what's in the store now, is gonna be maybe it for a while. Same here. I just don't understand why someone wants to destroy America. It's Soros, some of these outfits, it's like, how? Wow. And taking away the Constitution. There's one I just heard last night or something. There was some politician says if someone gets in, that they should just eliminate the Constitution. What? It came out of his mouth. What are you nuts? If it's so bad here, leave. Go live in Russia. Go live in China. Go live in a third world country somewhere. You want socialism, go to Venezuela, go to whatever. If you don't like it, you have the freedom to buy a plane ticket and go. Just go. You don't have, whatever. Just go. I say trade off for immigrants. So, especially these movie stars, and they have no reality, not for the everyday person. Fine. Taylor Swift says she's going to whatever leave, or Rosie O'Donnell's a million times just going to leave, move to Canada, whatever. Go. All right, we'll trade. She can equal like 10 immigrants that want to come here and earn an education and want to be doctors and engineers or whatever, and want to buy a home and have a family, and American values. Let them in. Heck, yeah. Yeah, you don't like the rules? Get out. My dad says, while you live under my roof, you live under my rules. You don't like it? Get out. That's the saying I heard many times. Right, Howie? So, it's nuts. The world has lost its mind. And I guess Biden just approved $8 billion to go to Ukraine. Yes. I eat some of them for the guys, but I just gave Poco one and I give Howie. It's kind of a bird, parrot, and dog treat. So, yep, those are good. They're if I eat too much, I get a bellyache. So I can only eat a handful. I have my seasoned dot pretzels, which are really good. Kind of expensive. Buy them on Sam's, $10, whatever, for like a 1-2 pound bag. Those seasoned pretzels. So, yeah, it's nuts. And we're just sending $8 billion to a leader that's already rich. And I was told, someone told me this morning that he has a house in Florida. The leader of Ukraine. What? Oh, that's a common occurrence. I've seen that happen in my days. That's why people are like, why are you renting that apartment out? I don't trust people. I say good tenants don't stay, bad tenants won't leave. I'm trying to get that. I've been working my ass off on that the last couple weeks. I'm going to rent out one of the rooms as an office. I'll still have my office. The basement as a kind of storage. But yeah, that's good guy. He's got like 5 houses or something. He has one in Florida. What? It's a no-win war. And I listened to what's his name, Jocko, yesterday. Well, charge more use of utilities, wear and tear, whatever. Say, well, your rent's going up. Another $300 a month or something. That's how I approach it. So, fine. You want another roommate? He was a comedian, your renter. So, yeah. And then here we have multiple states, over 100 people lost their lives. Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, whatever, that got hit by this hurricane. Businesses destroyed, homes gone. I've been watching videos like people's done with their phones, whatever, real videos, and it's devastating. I'm like, I get that. A couple months ago when we had a tornado come through my area. What a mess. So theirs is even 10 times worse. And ruined. And here they're gonna have to fight with insurance. Waiting for somebody from the government to show up. Yeah. And here you're gonna just send $8 billion to another country so you can build those people homes and buildings and healthcare and all this other crap. What? Your own people are dying. Zelensky's a comedian. I don't like him. We can take the comedian and shove it up his ass. So, yeah, and then you got Israel. We're funding also. I'm against it personally. You take care of our own country is a train wreck. You got veterans living off the street. The VA, the medical hospital, everything is a train wreck here, and problems. So many problems here. Our infrastructure, our power grid. They're going to take out the power grid. Yeah, and you know what? 80,000 new IRS agents, plus they spent millions and millions and millions to arm them. They bought millions in ARs, assault rifles, bought them shitload of guns, ammunition, bulletproof vest. For what? You're supposed to be in a cubicle crunching numbers and making sure everybody's doing their thing. Yeah, it's like I don't know how anybody could see it any different. I just I just don't get it. Yeah, they are armed now. It was all over the news 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. It's like, what? I knew Verizon. I didn't know AT&T. I mean, people. That's why I'm kind of a prepper. Yo, September 11th was a wake-up call. That was like, I had a BB gun. I had swords. I have nunchucks. Karate stuff. And I've said this many times when I kind of like test runs. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Chinese balloons came over the country, and they let it go, let it happen. They're spying on us, and they're buying up all the land. There's a lot of crazy stuff. Losing train of thought. God, getting old. So, September 11th was a wake up call. I was like, watched the first plane hit, and I'm like, oh crap, that's major, blah blah blah. And what, 9 minutes I think it was, whatever. The second one hit. I'm like, oh, that's not an accident. That was on purpose. Right there and then I'm like, oh shit, something major's going on. And I'm like watching, and then you had the one hitting the Pentagon, and then PA whatever that took it down was going to hit the White House. Imagine that happened. Thank goodness for some people on that flight to go and fight and take these terrorists down, and end up crashing the plane in that field in Pennsylvania instead of taking out the White House. That would have been huge. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't personally know anybody in that, but that was, I say more than ever, movies become reality. Enemy of the State with the cameras, and I say all this stuff spying on you. It's happening now, and all these things are happening. Skynet, computers, AI. It's happening in real time. And when that happened, my thought was Red Dawn, the original movie, when the Cubans and the Russians invaded America, dropped in under our noses, and started taking over towns and stuff, cities and towns. Wow, I didn't know that, Christina. Um, yeah, exactly. It's. I don't know how people could sleep at night. Don't you have any conscience? You're evil. I don't know. How can you do bad continuously as an adult? A kid, you do bad, you get spanked. You're supposed to get spanked, timeouts or whatever. Get in trouble. Like, I don't want to do that no more. My butt hurts for a week. It's all red. I will not steal a Hot Wheel from Kmart no more. Whatever. And just you learn lessons early, and the mind's flipped. So after that, I remember going to Walmart, close to home, and then I went to the Kmart. They didn't have like guns then. They had like pellets, BB guns, and stuff like that. There was no gun stores. Never paid attention to it then when that happened, to actual like gun stores. Finn Feather Fur wasn't around here in my area, which is like a 10-store chain now. They wouldn't sell me a BB gun or a pellet gun. So this is like an hour after all this starts going down. I'm like, I need a gun. I need protection. They start dropping at the airport, the city, whatever. It's like, oh crap! I have no way. I need a gun. I was like, I need to go buy a gun. They wouldn't even sell me a BB gun, a CO2 BB gun or anything. They just banned. So in an hour's time, who made that decision? And no one's ever really brought that up. You had that happen with a hurricane. Was it in Louisiana or something, where they banned gun sales and all this crazy stuff? There was looting. That's good. Practice. I go to the range every week. I missed one. The country. Yeah, this is me on. It's saying we need a revolution. Yeah, I keep predicting. So I've been predicting a civil war for a while, even when Trump was in office, because chaos. Obama kind of started that. Sorry if you're a supporter of Obama, but the distaste between the police and these riots and all this stuff end up changing. I think that was the big change. Well, that's cool. Yeah, everyone needs women. I tell like the grandmother brings a couple kids. I said, and I think she had her sister and or it was actually Joey's mom came in that time with her. I said, women of all people need to go get lessons, try out a pistol, own a gun, have a gun, carry a gun. You don't need a CCW now here, but you could still go and get them. I get mine. It's only $50 for 5 years, so I can cross state lines and still have my license. It's not a major deal. Yes, yeah, we are so separated. There's a TV show. Dylan actually went and looked up, ended up watching it. There was a show on for a couple years called Jericho. Look it up. Rifle needs just an ID. Look up Jericho. There was a show years and years ago, and it was based on a small town, and there was something happened. EMP, nuclear, something, a war, something happened. The United States got attacked. Watch that, yeah. And so it was kind of chaos. Hey, Dave. So this town ended up coming together, and they had nobody knew what was going on. There was no communication. Blah blah blah. So put who's in charge of what. There's a couple sheriffs, whatever, this and that, and the mayor. What I can remember, I remember there was like rebels, like some bad guys would try to come in to try to take their food, their medicine. That show is more reality than anything. That's what's going to come down to it, I think, and that's I don't know if Tim Pool, even Rogan, a few podcasters, YouTubers, whatever, has made that comment like we're gonna have factions. Maybe states. You're left or right. If you're in the middle, I don't know where you're at. You'll be off the grid. Maybe, I don't know. But it just seems like it's bad. And then we're vulnerable. I've been saying this for a while now, and it's happening based on my predictions now. When shit hits the fan, yeah, it can't be denied. My sister will not watch news. She doesn't watch anything. I have a friend. I have a number of people that just don't want to hear it, don't want to know anything about it. But I'm like, that's nice. Just go on your daily routine work and whatever, and just ignore all this what's going on. But you need to pay attention. Rotate the pantry. Yep. You need to pay attention because look at the people. Perfect example: a natural disaster. A lot of people weren't prepared. You see these stupid people trying to drive their car in 3-foot rushing water. Hello, common sense. Don't go there. People get desperate. Yeah, I watch him sometimes. I rather watch those guys, real people. I like Rogan. I like Tim Pool. I like Sean Ryan. He's really good. Watch his shows. He's getting he had just a general ex-Green Beret, and they're talking about the Civil War, talking about what's happening, and they're talking about stuff because they're no longer in service. They're Navy SEALs. They've been in the middle of it. They've been in the war. They've seen how it works. the war machine and what's happening, and they tell it like it is. I trust them before I trust any national media. I have one of my best friends, good friends, and my other best friend I consider best friend. Both are union. One's auto and one's a electrician. And I was back and forth with Mike, whatever, and I'm like, they're gonna want to put computer chips in you. They're gonna put a barcode tattooed on you. They want you. They want to eliminate money. Good, smart. Yeah, the highways will be. I mean, it's all jacked up. So it's happening, whether we like it or not. Chips and I don't be prepared. That's why I'm trying to get. I wish I had this TPS, my Tactical Prep Survive Gear and Supply, up and running now for 3 years. I think I've done it. Would do very well. People wait for me. I gotta get a hold of some vendors. I've been slowly putting inventory in there and stuff. 89 was bad. Year 89. So, yeah, a lot of people are just not prepared. I think there's more prepared people than ever before because I follow some pages. I'm on YouTube, whatever, and homesteaders, preppers, whatever, off the grid. A lot of women with kids. Yeah, going for not necessarily simpler, but a more peaceful life. Oh, earthquakes. Yeah, no California for me. Either earthquake or burning up there. Florida's hurricanes and a lot of water. So yeah, it's just like something bad happens for some people to wake up and realize, whoa. So September 11th was the beginning of my wake up call. Like, I never want to be in that position where I'm helpless. I feel like, how am I going to protect my parents? They don't have guns. I had my BB gun when I got when I was 10 years old. What's that going to do? Yep. So, yeah, so I'm going to do custom bug out bags. I'm not, my dad was a big time gardening. He loved gardening. I wish I would have done some of that more. I got all kinds of, I got hardcover books or soft cover books. Do not rely on the internet and your phones. I have actual maps, real maps, waterproof maps. I have all kinds of stuff that and when I went to Africa, I prepared for the airplane go down, be on an island. I had already thought processes. What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? What do I need? What can I pack? Essentials, survival. So my mind is busy. So I'm going to do custom, like a 3-day bug out bag, like a 7-day bug out bag, and then a longer 10+ day probably bug out bag, which is going to get heavy because that means more stuff you need to carry. Obviously water's one of the number one things essential. Fire, depending on where you live. So I'm basing it local. So we got 4 seasons, but winter could be harsh, 0 degrees, whatever. So, a parachute. That's interesting. Yep. So I'm not a hunter. I'm not against it. As long as you're eating it, using it. I just don't like stupid, just killing to kill. But I wouldn't mind going wild hog hunting. That's always what I said. I probably won't go. I told my friend, I said, man, I need, but it sounds like a lot of work. But he says he has a cart, 2-wheel cart he takes. And if you got a deer and you're miles out in the forest, mountain, whatever, and you got to get back to camp, you got to drag that thing. and then gut it, whatever. Yeah, you guys have Florida and California, Texas maybe, but you two states are probably one of the top that deal with have had to deal with Mother Nature at its worst. Wheels are great. I'm old and fat. Yeah, I know. My body hurts, whatever. So, um, yeah. So I'm looking into solar. I mean, I researched. Amazon got so much. Amazon's a lot of shit. That's the problem. It comes from you don't know where or whatever, and I don't believe in all reviews. So I always said like here on the Consumer Report of Aquatics, and that's my same analogy I'm going to say with TPS, Tactical Prep, Survive, Gear and Supply is I bought some of the stuff online, Amazon, whatever. Some of this is junk. Some of these bags just fall apart at the seams. You know, it's like not all the stuff is good. I mean, if you can go cheap, yeah, need a couple, 2 3 days, whatever, you might get by. But if you need really to survive and you need something for the long haul or to last, you're gonna have to spend some money on better stuff. So I'm kind of doing the homework, doing the footwork, the research, and so someone comes in, I'm gonna have like 3, 7, 10 day, whatever packs. You know, obviously the price will be different. What's in there? You know, knife, lighters, waterproof matches, a rain coats, whatever, you name it. And I got the purified tablets, water straws. Needs to be. Yeah, there's a lot to it now with the tanks. Definitely can use some electricity, especially when you have a 1 horse blower that uses it on a 220 line. So yeah, there's all kinds of there's a lot into the solar stuff with generators, whatever. But you need something portable, efficient, and if it's fuel based, you're gonna how much you're gonna get by. Gas stations will be closed. You got to remember that. So if you have something that's hybrid that can use gas, or if it's something big, you're gonna run your home or business, you can get one on natural gas, which would be unlimited. But if you're out somewhere off base, whatever, then you're gonna generators. Yeah, they're essential. So there's ones you can the solar panel charge. I bet. That's funny, Christina. I'd probably be cranky too. Oh, there's the mailman. Like in here, I'm sweating. It's so humid. It's cooler outside, but the humidity's up, and of course with all the fish tanks. Hold on, I'll be back. Mail persons. Hey, Howie, stay. Coming, hold on. Stay. Sit down. Stay. Thank you, sir. There's I think it's somewhere. Yeah, no, about in front, man. So, anyhow, sorry. But I gotta get going. Crap, I gotta stop at the bank. Got work to do. I gotta clean the dojo. Take care of some tanks, work on the slash apartment office, and work on TPS. But I gotta make phone calls, emails, all that stuff. That's good. Self-test to see what happens is a good way of knowing things. So when it does happen, you're prepared. So I always tell people, you don't have battery pumps or a backup system or something. Depending on the bioload, size tank and all that stuff. Buy a load type of fish. If you have a bunch of small little fish, they're gonna last. Unless there's like 100 of them in a 20-gallon tank or something, then it can crash. But if they're small fish, number one is never feed. When the power's out or something's wrong, do not feed. Feeding will just aggravate the issue 10 times more. The waste, the buildup, the ammonia, toxins, whatever. So number one, don't feed. And small fish can go much longer. If you have bigger fish, Oscars or certain stuff, big cichlids, catfish or whatever, plecos or pooping machines, they will cause more damage. Then you need to backup plan or just do small water changes, 1%, 2%, or take water in and out. Now, if you're temperature sensitive, like it's a winter here, you could throw like a blanket over it to help insulate it. I was talking about the other day. I came up with an idea a long time ago. Is I took like the 20-hour heat packs, 40-hour, whatever. I got some around here, and need them, get them hot. Stick them in a Ziploc bag and stick them in a tank. They can float and put the blanket over. That help keep the temperature. They can go down. A lot of fish can handle some cooler water. Discus, that'd be concerned. Salt water, certain things you should, if you're gonna have some expensive stock, big tank, whatever, I would get a backup battery supply for like computers or a small generator or something that's gonna be like something's gonna be out more in a day. So, yep, there's a lot of things you can do. I've been through that with storms here. A tree took down the power here for like 3 days. And I had a generator basically just running the blower. So keeping the air going. And I think I had 2 kerosene heaters, and then I had a customer loan me another heater. So I had a heater on this side because there's not much fish, and then 2 on that side. I had a generator outside the door. I stayed here overnight, slept on a chair with a cushion and with my gun in my hand because they were walking by because I had the generator outside the door, and they were eyeing up my generator right from the beginning, like they're going to steal my generator. And what I ended up doing is taking the door chime, the motion thing, I stuck it like in the grass on the side. So if somebody came anywhere near that generator, I would get ding, 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 the noise in case I doze off, whatever. So end up all right. And they finally, the couple different ledger companies, oh, it's not ours, that's theirs, and back and forth, and it's closed. I had to park in the parking lot and had to walk all over here and back, and it was a pain in the ass. So, but it ended up being okay. I knew what I was doing, so. That's good. All right, over an hour. I gotta get going. I should be back Saturday morning. My son's coming in town for the weekend. College. I got to get back on Sunday. And I don't think anything major, so I should be back. I might take a half day on Saturday so I could spend some time with the family. Mylen's gonna go visit with her sister out of town, so busy weekend ahead. I'm try to cut grass tomorrow night, or maybe tonight. Nah, it's probably wet. Tomorrow evening, supposed to get some sun. 70s. Temperature's gonna be nice this week, other than the humidity right now. But all right, y'all take care. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate ya. Stay safe. Be good. And I should be back Saturday morning. I'm out. Party at your house. No.